Right, that's just what we needed. We're running 4 copies of Baneslayer Angel within the deck. You know, this is a sleeper card. People are not playing this like they should be. Right, we have so much damage here. Hey everybody, welcome back and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hallowed Good Game. We're here today playing Best of 1 Mono White Standard 2021, which means that this deck is rotation proof. And we're sitting at an 86% win rate within Mythic, 100% on the play, 80% on the draw, going 6-1, playing for an hour roughly today. We only lost once against an Esper control deck, which we almost had. We were so close. This is an amazing match. Do not miss this Esper matchup in today's video. Be sure to watch that. And we also came up against Lucky Clover 3 times. Sorry CGB, but we have seen so much Clover within the queues recently that we are mainboarding directly against it. So we've got a couple of special things in the deck to take advantage of those matches, which typically are hard to win. But when you mainboard against what the majority of the meta is, it does become a lot friendlier for you. As always, we're taking a look at the deck list in its entirety, breaking down each individual card. What do they all do? Then we're talking about strategies and synergies, the deck tech. How do all of these cards come together to form a really nice, well-working, coherent archetype? Then we'll watch some gameplay footage. We'll talk about the playlines and interactions between our deck and the other decks that we come across, you know, the metagame or game environment. It's not enough to know how your deck operates, but you need to know how it operates in interaction or exchange with the other decks that you'll come across, right? Finally, we have a vlog-style closeout, talking about my life, channel plans, a bunch of stuff that you don't want to hear, right? And of course, as always, we have the videos timestamped, so you can just skip through the chapters, get to whichever part interests you most, rather than clicking away, right? And as always, if you find any value within these videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below and share it out to a friend. It would really help the channel grow. Prestige Worldwide is, a mono white life gain in an environment consisting of mono red burn, Simic or Clover, which is good, and cycling as well, right? So we're going to talk about the deck list first, and then we're going to talk about why this deck is so good against those other decks that I just mentioned. And while I go through the list, think of these things yourself. Why is this deck good against mono red? Why is it good against Simic Adventures? And why is it good against Cycle? And then we're going to talk about it when we're done. Okay, so Alseid of Life's Bounty is our first 1-drop. It's a 1/1 with lifelink, an enchantment creature. We don't take use of enchantment creatures in this deck, but that's something that's really powerful for you guys. If you're new to the game, take note of the card types, right? So this is not only a creature, but it's also an enchantment. It has lifelink, it's a 1/1. We can pay 1, sacrificing it. Target creature or enchantments that we control gains protection from the color of our choice until the end of turn. 4 copies of Selfless Savior, another 1/1. We can also sacrifice it. We don't have to pay anything, and we can do it at instant speed. Another target creature you control gains indestructible until the end of turn. 4 copies of the Speaker of Heavens. Now, this is an amazing card. It's a 1/1 with Vigilance and Lifelink. We can tap it, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. Activate this ability only if you have at least 7 or more than your starting life total, and only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So it has to be on your turn. You can't do it on your opponent's turn. We had Teferi at one point where you could do sorceries on your opponent's turn, but that's not in existence anymore. So this is strictly on your turn, which is it's fine, right? The fact that it has Vigilance means that if the field state is safe for you to do so, you can attack, get that life, and then tap it afterwards on your second main phase. So that's pretty nice. Into our 2-drops, 4 copies of Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. Now this is a 2x spell where his toughness, or X, is equal to your devotion to white. Now your devotion is equal to the number of mana symbols on the board state at any given time, and you'll see Daxos has 2 planes within the symbol, so he'll come out as a 2/2 if it's the only card on the field. If you have another 1-drop on the field with a white symbol, it'll be a 2/3, so on and so forth. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. And of course, the new Ajani's Pride mate, Hallowed Priest. It's a little bit lighter, which I think is good. This is a nice rebalancing of Ajani, in my opinion. Ajani was a little bit strong, and this is a little bit nicer, but still plenty strong. It's a 1/1, and whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Hallowed Priest. Into our 3-drops, 4 copies of Banishing Light, an enchantment. When a Banishing Light enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. 4 copies of Heliod, Suncrowned. This is a legendary enchantment creature, a 5/5 with Indestructible. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, Heliod is not a creature and is simply an enchantment, which means it will be removed from your creature's board state into your enchantment's board state. And this isn't the worst. You don't get the Indestructible 5/5, but you'll still get the ability, which is whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. And we will also, while it's in enchantment or creature phase, be able to use the mana ability of paying 2. Another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. We've got 4 copies of Linden, the Steadfast Queen. This is a 3/3 with Vigilance. Whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. 2 copies of Heraldic Banner. An artifact, as it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures you control of the chosen color get +1 and +0. We can also tap it, add 1 mana of the chosen color. Artifacts do not have Summoning Sickness, so as soon as this enters the battlefield for 3, we can tap it for 1, which means it really only costs us 2 as long as we have a 1-drop to utilize that mana that we gained. Into our 4-drops, we don't have anything. There's no 4-drops here. Sorry. We're skipping our 4-drop by playing our banner, right? So it's turn 3, we play our banner, that's our 4th mana. On turn 5, we untap, we play our 4th lands, but we have the banner, so that's 5 mana total. So we're allowed to skip our 4-drops, and we're rocking 4 copies of Baneslayer Angel for 5. This is a 5/5 with flying, first strike, and lifelink, protection from dragons, protection from demons, which, isn't really that useful. But the fact that it has evasion, it has first strike, and it has flying is absolutely amazing. And these spells are accompanied by 2 copies of Castle Ardenvale, in which we can pay 5 to create a 1/1 token at instant speed, and 20 planes. So that's the deck list. Let's begin to break down the deck's strategies and synergies. Okay, it's pretty simple. Now, I formed the question before we went through the deck list of why is this mono white deck good against those specific decks? It's the life gain. We have so much life gain within this deck. And the Clover is probably the hardest one to answer. Banishing Light is a perfect answer to Clover. The only thing they have to deal with it is a petty theft, and then it just goes back to our hand, and then we can re-grab their Clover. So, it's great, right? And then just all of the life gain upsets mono red to the point where they can't deal with it. Cycling is a similar fashion, right? There's just so much life gain that the flares will not even be able to kill you. So that's a lot of fun. And we are playing in best of 1. This deck might not do as well in best of 3 because the meta kind of gets more diverse because of the sideboards. But within best of 1, the meta is pretty aggressive. It's pretty fine-tuned, and a lot of people are trying to take advantage of those really aggressive quick decks. And this does that too, but we really throw up the shields against all of the other decks trying to do that. So let's talk about ideal draw hand. Now, in my opinion, you need a 1-drop, you need a 2-drop, and you need a 3-drop. That's your main goal. Your 1-drop should be the Speaker of Heavens. It could also be Alseid, in my opinion. It needs to be something with lifelink. Your 2-drop, Daxos, is ideal. I almost prefer to drop Daxos over the Priest, but if you don't have a Daxos, the Priest makes a great 2-drop. And if you have neither of these creatures, then you play 2 1-drops, ideally. If you don't have a 2-drop, that sucks. And then our 3-drop, ideally, it depends on your situation, but probably Linden goes out as your first 3-drop, and then Heliod can go out the turn after, right? Just so you get all of the life gain. But again, you may want to play Heliod and get the counters. So if you play Heliod, you already need to have life gain creatures on the field. This comes in through Alseid and Speaker. If you don't have life gain on the field, you need to play Linden. So if you have Selfless Savior, Hallowed Priest, or Daxos on the field, you need to play Linden because then those attacks will trigger the life gain, and that's our main objective. If you have life gain, then you can play Heliod. So if you have Alseid, you have Speaker, one of these that doesn't have life gain, whatever. As long as you have some life gain, then you can play Heliod, and then you can put tokens on, preferably your Speaker of the Heavens, because it's lifelink vigilance, it can attack and block. So buff that up to take advantage of the massive life gain opportunity there. So you know, ideal 1-drop, Speaker of the Heavens. Ideal 2-drop, Daxos. Ideal 3-drop, probably Heliod or Linden. It goes in the air. I don't care. Both of them are great. And our ideal 4-drop is whichever 3-drop we did not play with another 1-drop on top. We can go into the banner, you know, if none of those options are available. Banner is just kind of an added bonus. It's not the main part of our strategy. Dropping Baneslayer Angel a turn early isn't that important to us. It is more important to do the first 3 turns perfect, right? Don't focus on turn 5, focus on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and that's what's going to get you the wins. You're going to get into the point where you're in such a position where your opponent needs to pull consistent sweepers to deal with you, which is great, right? And if they don't, then it gets to a point it's just unbearable because we're gaining so much life that they can't race us aggro-wise, and then we're also gaining a lot of evasion. So typically, you know, maybe they're throwing up the creatures and then we can't get through and they just build up to a point where they can smash us. Not here, because we have the Angels with flying, we have the Baneslayer with flying, which means, you know, turn 5, turn 6, we're not just in the state where we're building up until turn 10 where they gain trample. We're in the air, we're getting chip damage in and making those Angels doing all that damage every single turn while still gaining more life, creating a stronger board state through all of the life gain, which makes tokens on things. I think we had this Hallowed Priest today at a 25, so there is no limit to the power of life gain. I cannot express that enough. That is the ideal strategy, is just to curve out, smash your opponent, grab so much life, make the Angels, and finish the game out. If your opponent has some shenanigans, we have protection through Alseid of Life's Bounty. Pay 1, sacrifice it, protection. This is great against single target. If there's any single target on your Hallowed Priest, you know, your Linden, even your Baneslayer, protect it. Sacrifice your Alseid, give it protection. Selfless Savior can be sacrificed to give it indestructible. This protects against field wipes. The only thing that we cannot protect against is Extinction Event. Exile all permanents. That's the bummer. Exile target, protection. Exile all, nothing. Destroy all, Selfless Savior, right? So we can save our high priority creatures. Obviously, if the game is almost being closed out, Baneslayer Angel is a high priority creature. If it's early on, when we've got the life to make Angels, Speaker of the Heavens is our main priority save. And then, you know, if we have a huge board state and none of those things on the field, we might want to save the Hallowed Priest because it will have probably a bunch of tokens on it and it will be, you know, like a 10-10 or something. So defensively, that's your route. Offensively, that's your route. That's it, right? There's nothing to it. This is an easy deck to play. This is an easy deck to get wins with. If you feel like you're struggling within the game, I implore you, I think, to check out Prestige Worldwide. This deck is nasty, right? And you're going to really see this firsthand when you watch the gameplay footage from today. It is hard to lose a match, even getting field wiped once, twice, 3 times. We come back from it quick and we're back with our foot on the gas, putting pressure on our opponent, which is forcing them immediately in defensive again to look for more field wipes. So a really fun deck. Again, we went 6-1, 86% win rate within Mythic. Check it out. Before we get into today's gameplay footage, visit our main page after the video's done. Subscribe to it. Join the channel if you want. Check out some of our other content. We've got everything for you guys. We've got standard, historic, brawl, budget, whatever you're looking for, we've got it. So check out our Hello Good Game page. Hit the subscription buttons, and you won't be missing out on any of our other goodies. We're live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. At 7 a.m., we switch to Twitch, and then at 6 p.m., we're back on YouTube. All times are mounted standard. If you don't want to, do the time conversion, check out the Linktree link in the description below. It's going to take you to all of my goodies. And then we're also using MTGA Assistant today. Check that out as well. That is the Overwolf link in the description. It's got everything. We've got deck write-ups, deck videos, metagame analysis, you name it. It's a great way to up your play level within this hyper-competitive strategic game that we all love so much. So thank you for your time and attention. I really appreciate this, and a huge shout out to all of our financial support on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Enjoy this footage, and don't forget to watch around till the end for our final thoughts. Peace. Our opponent's going first. 3 lands, 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. To get the Hallowed Priest in there should be fun as well. Hello. Just pull the burnout, I guess. I'm sure there's a shock here. Oh, it's cycling. Interesting. What do you guys think of the new pet? I'm into it. The explosion? That's pretty cool. I like that. Cycling is something I do not appreciate, though. Drain a Stinger to the field for the turn. That's fine. No attacks. The banner is actually semi-decent here as well. Can help us ramp and play another 1-drop if we pull it. We need 5 devotion for Heliod. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 on field. Woof. Just cycling, that's okay, right? We should have the life gain to outpace the flare. It's only the fox that's upsetting. No attacks. Still just kind of hanging out. It's the go for blood that we need to avoid right now. Rescuer, sure. Ambush is fine as well. Cycling's aggressive. Graveyard count is at 5. They want to cycle on our turn so they can get another token from the Valiant Rescuer. Ooh. Push our devotion. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. I don't care about the tokens. It's the chip damage that I don't appreciate. So Drain the Stinger can go. Let's push our Heliod attack in case there's removal, because if there is, we'll lose our devotion. And, you know, we may as well go on the removal on the 1/1 token. Cycle. Graveyard counts at 7, we're at 15. We're at 3. Hopefully they bust Daxos. Because we're at 15, so the 1/1 doesn't pose a threat. Daxos is the bigger threat. Oh, he does go for it, though. Bomber. Let's push up Daxos a bit. It's a nice defender. So we're just trying to get into our Baneslayer Angel, I guess. And then they'll have to use their flare on our Angel. We're sitting at 4. Which we can't do anything with, right? So let's play our Priest. Oh, sorry. My life. I meant to play the Banner underneath the Priest, and then we would have had enough mana to do both. So instead of that, I think we just, you know, do some life gain shenanigans here. Let's put some tokens over here just so he stays alive. Let's give life gain to our Daxos, and we strike in. Again, getting those tokens off the field. Priest goes up. That's a 5/5 almost immediately. So that's going to be something to have to deal with. We're sitting on 4. We should have been at 5. It's funny how many times I think of my play and then I'll do it wrong. So we still want to just do that so we can play our Baneslayer next turn. Right, get that banner out. Should have already been out. Select white. Sorry guys, get buffed up. And then Alseid will trigger Daxos. Right? These are big boy hits without exception. Right? Let's take it. We do have Alseid of Life's Bounty available through the banner mana if they tried any shenanigans, but I think we're fine. Okay, so we are seeing that triple block. This is amazing. So good. Shh. Don't tell them. 4, 5, 6 damage. Bingo, bango, bongo. We clear them all. Right, that's why the banner's nice. He's looking at it now. It's like, oh, he did have mana. At 15 though in the graveyard, so it's a good thing we have so much life, or they would be nuking us right now with a single flare in hand. I think we're okay though. Right, this is just gonna end the game here. Baneslayer Angel! This represents lethal if not blocked. We're at 25, so we can avoid the flare. And easy peasy lemon squeezy. Standard 2021 rotation proof mono white in the house. Mix the tokens. Even if we do get flared for 15. 17. Holy. Priest in play. Pushing up our Baneslayer Angel. Flying, right? So, easy evasion. It's going to get the damage through immediately. And then I think we just go wide here as well. Let's give Hallowed Priest lifelink. That's a 12-11 with life gain. This is still a match somehow. We can give our Daxos life gain as well. Right, through the banner. Ropes. We shouldn't have given our guy life gain. He's like, you know what? We'll let him have it. But here, I've gone too far. Here you go, bro. Well, we do have a delicious coffee to enjoy today as well. Let's just push this up as well. If the salt wasn't strong enough. Woof. I'm thanking all of it. It is a flare for 18. Holy macaroni. They go to 26. Woohoo! Nice. But there's just too much life gain. You know what I mean? the Baneslayer. Just push that up, right? Why not? It's now a 10-9. Woo! Woo! Gonna need another one of those flares, Billy. Right? 19 in the grave. We're at 41, so... You know, even if they had 2 of them in hand, it wouldn't be enough. Which is a rare occasion to, like, you know, be able to take the flares and just, like, do whatever you want, cycling deck. I don't care. Right? That's just what we needed. We're running 4 copies of Baneslayer Angel within the deck. You know, this is a sleeper card. People are not playing this like they should be. Right? We have so much damage here. If they try to block the priest for 6, the first strike from the Baneslayer Angel will trigger Heliod and we'll get those tokens. Is anyone not being blocked? They all are. And they're all being chump blocked. Even after that flare, which took them up to like 20 life or something, back down to 1. Right? We're at 53. 4 cycling deck. Never stood a chance. And they did a good job at playing the deck as well, but yeah. I bet they've got it, don't they? No. Good game. Woof. Let's pretend we pull our 3rd land. Let's pretend we pull a Heliod after the 3rd land. And pretend this isn't another cycling deck, I guess. Let's get Speaker out, I guess. I don't think it matters much. And we empty our hand, basically. Hopefully they don't pull any red. It looks to be the case. 2 planes. Let's play Daxos and then we can take use of those 1-drops on top. A little bit more life gain. We should push Linden out first. As well. Just pushing that curve. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I hope we get to 5 again. Yeah, baby. Do I make you Rondi, baby? Yes. Up to 25. We're making angels next turn. Well, maybe not. This could get weird. Oh, that was the draw. I thought that was the 2 1/1 tokens. Nice. Okay, okay, okay. Graveyard at 11. Wow. What an amazing top deck. I see why they don't like us. Let's put it on the organic life gain here. All attacks. Oh my gosh. Stop it. What a world to live in. Flawless victory. Oh! What an opportunistic shatter. Wow, that could not have come at a better time. Selfless Savior in play can protect against some of that shenanigans if we see it again. Stacking our devotion up to bring Heliod out next turn with Alseid. Cat shatter the sky. Woo! That was gooder. This cycling's at 14. It's a good thing we're so high in life here. Right, that's one of the benefits of playing a life gain deck in best of 1 in mono 1. Mono red is like everywhere, and cycling's everywhere. So this means the life gain is great. My turn, Zo. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure hitting for 2 damage is what we need to do. Right? Good game. All these tokens go on the priest and on the savior, and that will get us lethal. Thank you! Still, that shatter was good. You guys. We just beat a Team Air Clover deck. We wilded out. We exiled 2 Clovers. But you know what we forgot? To record the video. So we're here. We're out. We've gone 3 in a row. You know, really liking the deck. It's sad that you guys don't get that footage, but that's why you need to be on with us live, right? Every morning, 6 a.m. on YouTube. At 7, we switch to Twitch, and then back again at 6 p.m. on YouTube. Oh, we're getting a taste of our own medicine. Talk about duplicates. Let's turn our tunes down a little bit so we can focus on the new pet, that is. Obviously not on the game. 2 caskets. Woo! That's exactly what we did to the other player we were talking about. We should play our Heliod, keeping to our mana curve. That way, if we pull a land next turn to 4, we can drop a Daxos, drop the priest on top, gain life, token on Daxos, Heliod triggers, new token on priest, or both tokens can go on the priest, doesn't matter. Interesting, the Hound. We've not seen the Hound in some time. Really at all. So we've got 2, go to 3, we're at 4 total, and let's... I guess push up Daxos? We could defend and, you know, go for a 2-for-1. I don't know if that's required, though. This could be an Theros, you know what I mean? Like a prison deck. I say we just let them have it, and then they can exile us anyways, rather than us trading and then them exiling. Oh, straight up shitter. Oh, just flush the field, why don't you? This is still a match somehow. Alright, Hallowed Priest in play. You know, there is one good thing here. They're down to 2, now 3 cards in their hand after the draw. Oh, picking up Heliod. What did they bring from the grave? They're Kronos. The Kroon coming back at you. Heliod in play. All attacks. Let's gain some life and push up said life gain. Both creatures now at 2/2. 3 lands. Still building towards our Baneslayer Angel, which, you know, kind of win. Oh, stop it. Wow. Okay. Funny guy. Let's get those out of the way, you know what I mean? We don't want them to be hitting our Baneslayer Angel. I'm sure they'll have one for that too, though. So we just get a single token here on Hallowed Priest. We're at 22, though, so building towards that 27 mark. Kronos in play can, you know, attack and block. Vigilance is a beast. Woof woof, baby. You know, that 5th land would be cool, but whatever. A little bit disrespectful, maybe. So, this is weird. Let's pass. We need that land. Let's be honest. What's up with this Esper deck? You know what I mean? This is weird. And the longer these matches go on, the chance of us winning is decreasing turn by turn, right? I don't know if you guys have seen my beginner guides. Go check them out if you haven't. We get a really cool breakdown of all the deck archetypes and how they're going to interact with each other turn by turn, so you can see, you know, which archetype's best on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, all the way into turn 10. And let me tell you what, the closer we get to turn 10, we basically go down to a 10% chance victory, and they're at, you know, like a 90 to 100. We get the land. Blessed be thy name. I say counter, you say spell. Counter. No! Interesting. All we need is a land, and then we can protect it with Alseid. That's what we need. And yeah, quick reminder, this is a rotation-proof standard 2021 deck. Not losing any cards here. The great thing about Speaker of the Heavens is it takes the threat away from some of our other cards, right? Because it's like, I may have a 5/5 on the field, and the life gain is what offsets that to actually have to remove the Baneslayer. But, you know, if it didn't have the life gain, they would still want to deal with my Speaker of the Heavens because it's an engine, and engines are inherently the strongest cards in the game, right? Because they... Crazy. Goodbye, Baneslayer, right? Big time bummer. Nothing to bring back. We're not in that bad of a position. And they're just looking for another shatter. This is brutal. 2 turns to get it. Yeah, can't bait him into it. Just give him, they don't get the life gain, I guess, from the protection, but... Definitely shouldn't have attacked there. Ah, I'm getting impatient. Okay, we need to long con this, you guys. How are we doing this? We need a Daxos or something. Because we're stuck. And I should have given the protection to something with life gain at least. And then that could have pushed up the Hallowed Priest. Right? Let's go for it. Now the Hound won't die. We get all these triggers, so now we can kill the Hound, right? I feel like that's our only option. Watch them shatter now, and we just got rid of our indestructible. It's a weird match, right? This is not a deck you typically see, so it's hard to know exactly how to interact with it. That Dance of the Manse was surprising. Right? Yeah. That way the priest stays alive, and it will get pushed up because he wants to kill the speaker. No, kills the priest instead. Interesting. Okay. Oh, another right from the hand. This is good. This is good. They're out of cards, right? We're ready to make our angels. They need a field wipe. I don't care about their life. We already survived that original shatter, and here's a second one. Wow. Crazy. Let's try to rebuild again. We're both top decking. Don't you dare target me. Heliod out. Life gain on Linden. Hit for 3. Gain life, push to 4. Gain 4. Push to 5. Right? There's a little engine. The little engine that could. Draw is good. The draw is good. Land, that's fine. Scry is good. To the top is bad. Uh-oh. Let's give ourselves some life gain again. Push to 6. Push to 7. And turn, we can make the token after they wipe us. Still have a huge hill to climb up. Well, the Shark Typhoon is annoying. Wow. Okay, and we're getting a little shark here. Yeah. Push it on the tokens. Right now, all of our creatures are a threat. We can attack. Life gain here. Life gain over there. Life gain everywhere. Alright. Watch them pull another Shatter the Sky. You know what I mean? Our field is tough. 2 6/6s, 5/5, and a 7/7. Woof. It has to be shattered. We get to keep Heliod as well. If the shatter hits, but it doesn't really do us much good. Pushing Esper to its limit. Dance of the Manse, are you serious? We lose Linden, we lose Heliod. Just when we were getting confident. And this is what we wanted to talk about when we get closer to turn 10. These plays start becoming just like obnoxious. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Nothing. This game's over. No attacks. That's literally it for us. These ECDs will bring back Kronos. I believe they still get sacrificed, though, afterwards on the third upkeep. I'm pretty sure. Right? All of the enchantments, or the sagas, still go, I think? Or do they stay even after the third shenanigans? Nice! Okay, so we can sack the token. Wow. Right? This is a perfect example about how control decks get stronger and stronger and stronger as the game goes, and aggro decks lose a little bit of that traction. Even with 47 life, this will not take them long. We need ourselves a shatter. Baneslayer off the top still does nothing. Good game. Woo! And yeah, the Doom's non-token, I guess, so making the token doesn't save us anything. I mean, it's still just good practice, but... Hit for 8, 16, 20, 22, 26 this turn. 27, potentially. And the sagas do fade, actually. And then Kronos stops those other sagas from triggering. But regardless, still hit for a hefty amount. I guess we should be waiting to do this because they could potentially, you know, draw Shatter there. I don't think they'll use it, though. Alright, so they sack their Doom, draw a card, make the token. More land. Nice, right? Woof. So let's, I guess, finish this off. You know, when someone does get to pop like this, I like to let them just swing with it. You know what I mean? Get that win in. It's satisfying. And rather just people conceding all the time as soon as you get your deck operational. Let's just take the pull, see what we get. Let's hand over the good game, pass our turn. That's that. Let's send our dude for an explosion. Just pure rage. There he goes. Big hits, baby, big hits. Woof. Dance of the Mats. Esper Shenanigans representing here. Beating us for the first time today. Opponent goes first. 2 lands. 1 drop, 2 drop. Linden. We'll keep. We either like to drop Linden or Heliod turn 3. Playing our Alseid first with our Savior before our Priest. Ooh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah. I would love to trade with that Innkeeper. Don't get me wrong. Really? Say goodbye to your draw engine. I don't care if it gets stomped. We took out the Innkeeper. I would not have lost a draw engine to 1 damage. Personally, I don't know what you guys are into with your playlines. Yeah. That's 4 life gained. Two cards in the grave. Earl's gonna stay in the exile. I'm not worried about that. Love-struck Beast can block, sure. Not. Banishing Light is for the Lucky Clover, though. Right? Which they don't have, or they would have doubled the giant. to 26. We attack with Alseid into death. More life, right? Now let's create that flyer. More life, right? Okay. Clover, we can handle. Brazen Borrower makes us so sad. These are big hits, and they just trigger our priest up. So, you know, there's no double block threat here, I don't think. Whew, that's a 10-10. Hallowed Priest in the house. I almost think it's better than a Johnny right now because people haven't determined it to be a big threat, right? Let's play that. Ending our turn. Our opponent's still at 22 because of all those arrows, right? And all these radiant fountains. Just gaining life. That's what is required in best of one though, right? More angels. I guess they're top decking. Let's just go for it. Okay, we go first. We have Banner on turn 3. Pretty cool. Hopefully we can just pull non-lands to make use of it. Ooh, self-mill. Mill the Clover, though. Ooh, I don't know how they feel about that. Hopefully we pull a 1-drop, make use of our banner. Okay, they do get the draw, though. Defenses are up. There's our 1-drop. Banner in play. Whites. There's our life gain. You know, the attack can't go through the defender, so let's just leave it. Double dropping priests. And that's our whole hand. This Daxos is dead. Looking for a Linden, looking for a Heliod, looking for another land for our Baneslayer Angel. Push those priests up. The 3/5 still is not doing much. The 2/1 would get killed. We don't want to lose that, so no attacks here. We need that land. If we draw a land next turn, blessed be thy angel. We lose a priest. You know, they're trying to self-mill. They're still at 44. So, no harm, no foul, I think. Right? Let's just get established. Fae to the board. What do they pull? At least they have to reveal it. What could it be? We're in the standard 2021 queue, so I'm pretty interested here. It was the Return Enchantment. Interesting. No lands, still sucks. They're gonna bounce Daxos, I guess? Right? So we have another one. Not the worst. 2 attacks. I believe we'll hit for 3. Hit for 5, okay. Wants the defender. That's actually a good call, because if you stack those turns up, then it's actually better to stop the 3 multiple turns than the 5 once, and then the 5 and 3 hit each turn after that. So we're losing... Okay, Lucky Clover, that's fine. Is it a borrower? As long as it's not a borrower. Okay, okay, okay. Fae for the draw, and then they have the ability to bounce Daxos. That is instant speed. They do it now before we get a chance to cast. This is fine. This is totally acceptable. Here's another copy. Thanks. These can attack. We need 27. I guess we should have went for it. I don't know. Next turn, we're making 3 angels, though. We're managing board state relatively well. A lot of Simic adventures. Everybody's playing CGB's deck. That's fine. We're looking for a Banishing Light on that Clover. There's no good wipes available within blue. Petty Theft's our biggest threat to double bounce. Papal Passage thins the library. That's good, I guess. I think it's weird that when it blows up, it makes a... Oh, it stands on the square shadow. The square seems weird. I think the square needs to be dropped and just be like the blue outline. Like, there's a big square above his head or something. I'm not sure I understand where the shadow comes from. Talking about the pet, of course, here. The new little rock monster. I say land, you say angel. Land, angel. Right? Oh, Lord. Yup. 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 A little life gain here, a little life gain there, a little life gain everywhere. These are big hits, and only one of which can be blocked. Hit for 12, down to 5. Look at that field state. Woof. You know, normally when we get confident like this, we see a direct counter, right? We can get hit with like a Flood of Tears. Is that in standard still? I don't know. Double Fae, 2 mana, 3 total. Right, because he's got 1 in the pool. Good game, there it is. Woo! We're on a tear with this mono white deck. Missing a 1-drop, our opponent goes first, that's fine. Still have very nice 2s and 3s. More Simic Clover. I feel like that's a lot of what we've seen today. I don't know that it's Simic Clover. I mean, all it was is a Temple of Mystery, but I feel like we can call it just off that, right? We can! The whole world is playing CGB's deck. You know, luckily for us, we've had a pretty good go against it, right? I think we've beaten it twice, so let's get another one. Two Clovers, that's a lot. We need a little bit of exile for that. This is gonna get way out of control. Like, ugh, gross, 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 gross. He can triple bounce us next turn. And that's enough to make any sane person start to lose it. Alright, the unraveling of the human mind begins with a petty theft Be a Lucky Clover. An Uro. Okay, that's actually acceptable. My consciousness and psyche can handle this. Even though that's still messed up, right? But it gets to a point where it's just like, does not compute. How greedy is too greedy? Fairly greedy, I guess. Woo! He's being greedy with 2 clovers. I want to be greedy with a huge hit. Ouch, hit for 10. We've got protection on our priest, so there'll be no borrowing that. A 3rd clover. We can bounce the whole field. That's psycho. Okay, makes chump blockers. Whew. Blind man needs no vision. This guy's like Neo in the Matrix. Just sees source code, right? He's pulling clovers out of the aether. Hey, as long as there's no petty thefts. Oh, wow. That's 4, 8, 12, 16 self-mill. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. They're at 48 still, though. What's that, down to 32? Oh, now they're milling us. They've changed their mind. We lose our Baneslayer Angel. That would have been nice. We're on 4. Could have dropped to 5. Double mill there, double mill here. I don't understand that. Shouldn't you be, like, kind of prioritizing one of the libraries? Okay. Oh, man. What a world to live in. We should put it on some life gain, I guess. I don't even know. Just get them, boys. Too many tokens on the dance floor, that's for sure. Right? Even I think it's too many. Our bounty's up to 6-6. You know, that's a formidable opponent. The petty theft on a triple clover still annihilates us, but it's fun to at least make him squirm a little bit, right? I don't even know. Like, where does it belong? The speaker, I guess, now? That's 14 tokens on this Hallowed Priest. Woof. Let's see what they have. Playing Uro for the draw. Acceptable. Now, that's kind of one of the bummers, in my opinion, about the Clover Simic is, yeah, I get it. Uro is huge value and should always be played, but now, like, you're playing Clovers that have no real field presence without the adventure, and then you've trimmed maybe the adventures for Uro, and it just, I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's good. But I think just Temur Clover might be better. But again, you know, as content creators, we have to make new decks. We can't just make Temur Clover over and over again. So that's, in my opinion, why this deck was made. And, you know, there's a lot of people playing it, especially today. We do have protection through our Alseid of Life's Bounty. So we could stop something, right? When he does petty theft us, we need to remember the order of resolve on the stack, and it goes from top to bottom. So we would let the first one resolve until the counters go, and the copies will resolve. So, like, the first spell will stay on the stack, the copy will resolve, a new copy will go, the copy will resolve, and then the original spell resolves, right? This is kind of weird, but that's how she goes. Oh yeah, another speaker, why not, baby? Who cares? I think we just go for it, right? All these can buff up Linden, push it above 6, so, you know, it can't be blocked by Uro. He thinks it can, but no, 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 no. And then we still have protection if we want. Right, just like a trigger machine gun. This is aggressive. We can also give these amazing creatures lifelink as well. You know that 22/22 is getting lifelink. Right? It's your boy, the Hallowed Priest, coming at you. Let's throw around Linden as well. That's what, 38 life gained? Stop it. Let's push up our speakers. They can defend and they've got life gain. Or this one can, I should say. What a finale for today's gameplay footage. Mono white in best of 1. Wow. It is just tearing it up. Look at this Hallowed Priest. Wow. Quick reminder to like, comment, and subscribe onto the video if you found this entertaining. It really helps the algorithm and, you know, others explore and find this video. No blocks, bro. You can keep your Uro, right? I ain't scared of it. Good game. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for taking a little time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Prestige Worldwide is in the house. Mono white life gain, best of 1, standard 2021 queue, which means the deck is rotation proof. You won't be wasting any of your rares within this deck. You are safe to craft it, climb a rank up into Mythic, smash your opponents, and you know, save those wild cards for Zendikar, which is I think what we're all doing, trying to stockpile our gold, get those wild cards, and you know, maybe farm some gems. I know my account is lacking on a few of those things, but nonetheless, that is one of the sacrifices of being a content creator, making a new deck every day, 2 new decks, etc., etc. You know, and as always, we're going to take a look at the deck list, breaking down each individual card. Then we're going to talk strategies and synergies. How do all of those cards come together to form a coherent archetype? Then we're going to look at some gameplay footage, right? Playlines, interactions. How does this deck interact with the rest of its environment or the meta? It's not enough to know how your own deck works. You need to know how to best interact with the rest, you know, of that meta. Finally, we have my closing thoughts, which is basically just like a vlog style closeout, talking about my day, channel plans, etc., etc., etc. So, you know, mono white life gain best of 1 was very kind to me today. We're in Mythic. We're sitting at an 86% win rate, 100% on the play, 80 on the draw, going 6-1. You know, an hour's worth of matches, losing once against Esper, Dance of the Mance. We came very close to beating this guy, and a great match. What an amazing match. We seen Simic Adventure 3 times. We smashed him 3 times. Sorry, CGB. Love the deck. I love Lucky Clover, but we've got some special things in our main board to deal with that specifically because we see it so predominantly within the meta right now. So this is a serious contender within Mythic. You know, best of 1 is riddled with mono red, Psycho, and apparently the Simic Clover deck. So we're really taking advantage of that, and it's going to make our games a lot easier to win consistently. So with all that out of the way, if you find any value within the video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up and share the channel to a friend. Let's get right into it. Prestige Worldwide starts out with 4 copies of Alseid of Life's Bounty. This is a 1/1 with lifelink. We can also pay 1 and sacrifice it. Target creature or enchantment that we control will gain protection from the color of our chosen color. Woof. Prestige Worldwide. Worldwide, right? I think we're gonna do Boats and Hose next. That could be an Azorius deck, we'll see. You know, just we've been ripping inspiration, you know, from music, from movies, just pop culture in general that we enjoy for our clickbait, and that's how I do it. I don't know if that's good or not, but I think it's fun. I think it's catchy and people relate to it, and hopefully that draws them in a little bit. We've got the new thumbnails. Let me know what you guys think of that. Really looking forward to feedback. I think the font is going to stay, but the coloring of the font, do we need to leave it white? Does the contrast of white and black seem good? Should I be using a color that's in the thumbnail? Does it matter if it's dark and kind of hard to see? Does it need to be really bright? These are the things I need to know. So let me know in the comments below. I'm obviously always loving, you know, every ounce of feedback that I get from you guys. You make a perfect loop to create my channel better. And who better to get feedback from than, you know, the actual people enjoying content. So let me know what you think. I also really want to know what kind of content you guys are interested in seeing. You know, there's so many different kinds of content we could be making as creators in Arena. So let me know what interests you most, and we will try to prioritize that. And you know what? Prestige Worldwide Mono White Life Gain in Best of 1 was straight up house. 86% win rate. We are smashing fools with this deck. As far as competing in Best of 3, I don't know. But in Best of 1, I do know that you should be able to climb Mythic with this pretty consistently without much trouble. The control masters can beat you if you don't close them out, but in this Esper match, we got hit with multiple wipes, and we still almost got it. So they robbed us. We should have went 7-0, right? But hopefully in the next video, we're able to do that, and we're looking to climb rank, trying to get top 1200. We've got a ways to go. We've been slacking, but you know, we're getting some consistent gains each day, and I think we've got a few more days to go as well. So closing in on the end of the season, looking to get our invitation to the qualifier and so on and so forth. Thanks for you guys' time and attention, as always. Don't forget to hit up the YouTube channel, subscribe to it, check out some of our other content. It's awesome. We've got everything that you could ever want. Some Brawl, Historic, Standard, Guides, free to play, blah, 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 blah. So I really appreciate your time and attention. Our connection's been lost. I've got to go for the day. Shout out to all of our financial support on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube for making this a reality, possibility, whatever you want to call it. And of course to you for your time and attention. Thank you so much. Go have yourselves a great day. Take care. See you in a bit.